Hello, and welcome back to round 2 with our aggressive Eldrazi deck, where our opponent is mulliganing. They mulligan to 6, they're scrying. We chose to be on the play. We'll keep a pretty linear hand here. We just play our 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 7-drop. So, the Mimic will show its worth here when it gets to upgrade into a 3-2 on turn 3. If we can draw some colorless sources eventually. Alright, wow. Well, we just need to draw a 6-drop and a land for the next 4 turns. Alright, so far so good. Now, let's get this guy out here. I'll offer the trade, because it doesn't get much better than that. And if our opponent takes it, then maybe the Shrieker gets through after this. Who knows? This is a difficult decision, whether or not to block, whether or not things get worse next turn. And they don't get much better. Yeah, a perfectly reasonable block here. Depending, of course, on what's in our opponent's hand. Now, you do want to trade if someone is they just have less cards in their hand than you. And I guess we qualify for that, but our opponent did mulligan once. And that's why it doesn't hurt quite as much to mulligan on the draw. Now, we have this Cultivator Drone, but it doesn't do much. The Thought Harvester gets in more damage earlier. The Cultivator Drone ensures we can play a 5-drop next turn, but maybe we can do that anyway. Yeah, these people, I don't know why everyone is taking these waste. We needed 1 waste. That's all we asked for. Yeah, so no attacks here. Or do we? Yeah, let's attack in the air. The creatures this would block are blocked well enough by Cultivator Drone. The real question is whether or not we should block the Shrieker. Or sorry, the Brute Hunter with the Shrieker. And that's looking like a definitely not. We'd have to double block it, and that just doesn't seem like good enough value. Because then we lose both creatures. I will trade it with the Summoner. Get rid of a counter. And now we can play this delicious... what are we getting? Nettle Drone on. We can play this delicious Translator. Take another 5 maybe. Attack in the air. Just don't play Vines to kill our guy. Okay, another good reason for blocking with the Shrieker was this Blighted Gorge could just kill it at any time anyway. Now if we can draw a couple lands, we have 6 now. If we just draw 1 land, we can process. 6, we can play Kozilek's Pathfinder this turn. Is that going to be better than like Sky Scourer and Blinding Drone? Who knows? Who on earth knows? Not this guy, that's for sure. Yes, I've decided. I will play Kozilek's Pathfinder with all of this mana. Exile another card, hopefully a good one. Not great. And to attack with the Thought Harvester or not. The problem with attacking Or not attacking? Is anything it blocks? Yeah, I'll attack. Anything it blocks just gets, it can be finished off with Blighted Gorge. Except the Scion, but I doubt that comes in anyway. Alright. Pretty aggressive to attack there, but the Pathfinder trades with the Broodhunter Worm. The Translator can be put in front of anything else. Just don't pump your whole team here. Alright, what's happening? Broodhunter Worm coming in. Well, in the interest of not dying, I will block here. Good. Oh no. The Crusher. Well, this is kind of nice. It's going to be super obvious what we're doing because we're going to leave up 1 black mana. Always yield to that. And we can attack for 2 and hope everything goes well after that. No, I like leaving this back. What we're going to do is double block the Plated Crusher with like Thought Harvester and Kozilek's Translator. Regenerate whichever one is ordered first. Pilgrim's Eye, oh boy. So we sort of know what we're getting into. Plated Crusher coming in or not. There's no mana left up for Blighted Gorge, unless they play land post-combat. Did they play land yet this turn? No, so they could trick us with that. Alright, no need to do anything else this turn. Oh, nice. This gives us a little bit of insurance. We can gain 5 life. We know what our opponent has in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gets automatically stacked. Give you back Crumbling Vestige. And we can still tap something off of the Blighted Drone. Although there's not much we would even want to tap here. So let's get some pressure in the air. Why they would hold on to their forest, I can't tell. For landfall, possibly. Pathwarden's a good one. I don't think it's necessary to tap anything down. I'd be surprised if anything attacked, besides maybe Pilgrim's Eye, but then we get more damage in. And we're full of knowledge of what's in our opponent's hand, so what shall we tap? Yeah, I think we just don't need to tap anything. Whoa, did we just win? I think we just won. Because we know our opponent has Forest in hand. So if we tap the Pilgrim's Eye, we slip the Processor, see what they have lurking around in there. Maw of Kozilek. And then we can attack for a bunch in the air, and if something goes extremely wrong, then we're in bad shape. But I can't imagine anything going that wrong. Fog. Moon Mist. Yeah, I'm not Not crazy, right? This is plenty of damage. Okay, let's go to game 2. Now, our opponent, RFP 918, is playing what looks like red-green landfall with a few colorless sources for stalking drone value, Mauve Kozilek. Man, what could we put in our deck? Is anything here that good? Gravity Negator might be pretty good. Royal Mage's Trick might also be good. Is there anything we'd cut from this deck? Maybe Warping Whale is the least exciting. We get punished by this somehow, but yeah, I'll play Royal Mage's Trick over that. It's one way to interact with that beast, the 7/6 trample hexproof, because the toughness decrease still affects it. Keep here. Not that that's super likely to come up, but hey, take what you can get. Ooh, nice. Right on time. Play the card that does the most damage earliest, and there's nothing to activate the drone on anyway. No. Taking the oath already. It's our fault, we passed it. Alright, so here we're going to play the Shrieker, then next turn we can play Seer's Lantern and Blinding Drone. Which is a little bit better than just Hedron Archive, I would say. Or we could play Hedron Archive and double pump, setting us up for 7 mana next turn. Oh wow. Maybe that's better. That might be crazy. Alright, attack you for 5. Can't take too many more hits like that. We can pump 3 times next turn. Goodness gracious. Alright, well we're taking 5 too, so we can't be too excited here. But eventually we'll put a Ruin Processor into play. And I can't wait for that day to come. Now, it looks like we'll be able to play Blinding Drone and Seer's Lantern without missing out on any Kozilek's Shrieker activations. And I don't really want to leave this guy back on defense, so just get a bunch of damage in here. I will block the Saddleback Legak. Or not. No, oh no, our Shrieker. Oh no. That's okay, we're gonna upgrade our Shrieker into a Ruin Processor. Four, 5, 6, 7. We might choose not to block the Saddleback Legak, because next turn we can play Ruin Processor and activate the Blinding Drone. That might be a little too risky here. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm trying to think how much possible damage we could take this turn. Yeah, I'll just take it. I can't imagine dying this turn, and we'll just get to stop a bunch of damage after this. So Blighted Gorge might hit the Shrieker, or Devour in Flames. We draw another one. Yeah, let's plan this out. It's too bad nothing is exiled over there. That makes me worried. Oh well. So I do like tapping down Brood Hunter Worm here. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's possible that thing kills us somehow. Baloth Pup, yeah. Actually, if you want to attack, be my guest. I've got a huge ruin processor you don't want to mess with. Play a couple random creatures here. Or Hedron Archive. Now, we're getting to the point where we can attack with Ruin Processor. Our opponent probably figures they can't win if I have a trick anyway, so they don't block it. Then they try to win on the crackback. So if they get in with 2 creatures, they get to finish us off with Blighted Gorge. Now we can block one of them. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with the Ruin Processor. The Blighted Gorge is very expensive. They can't activate it now, and if they do want to activate it, they can't do anything else, so we're not dead on board. And not even something like Sure Strike kills the Ruin Processor. Well, it does, but not for free. It'll be a 3 for 1. Alright, so they take it just as I predicted. Then we play a couple creatures to try to survive. And we can't crack the archive just yet. Well, we could, but then we miss our opportunity to tap down the Brood Hunter Worm. And we just don't need it to win. I'd rather just tap creatures to win. So, have we forced the concession, or do we play it out? Add 1, tap Brood Hunter Worm. Your move. Yeah, Blighted Gorge activation is not good enough here. Even killing our Shrieker doesn't win it. Oh, untap him, huh? That also doesn't win it. There needs to be something like Trample. This thing gains Trample with a 1/1 counter, so this looks like my best block. Yeah, there's no more Blighted Gorge activation unless there's another land, but that still doesn't kill us. No point activating Kozilek's Shrieker. That's not true. I will activate it twice, because if our opponent does something like 3 damage to all creatures, or 2 damage to all creatures, or I don't know what it could be. But, you know, there's no reason not to do that, I guess. Now, is our opponent dead? They have to survive. They have to put 2 creatures in play or deal with our Ruin Processor. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. We did it. We made it to the finals. Yeah, we figured out this puzzle. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the finals.